I do this every year. I'm like, I don't have an opening statement, but I do. I got a lot to say. Got a lot to talk about with this team and this group. Obviously, it's great having everyone back in the West Gym. A lot of uncertainty last year. We got a lot more certainty this year as far as what our schedule is going to be, how it's going to move forward. I can tell you we learned a lot from last year, just how to prepare our guys and get them ready. I want to make sure this is about your last assignment, right, Nelson? So appreciate you, good seeing you. We're going to miss having Jim Nelson around the West Gym and just UNI athletics and UNI wrestling. So we're going to miss him, but appreciate everything that he's done for us. I'm sure you'll still come back, right? All right, I appreciate it. And I get all over the place, man. I'm kind of like squirrel, and the squirrel's over here, and then I'll loop back around to what I started with in our team and where we're at. And I think we had six guys that went to the national tournament for the first time last year. 5 of those guys won matches. The one guy was injured and obviously didn't get to wrestle, but there wasn't a single guy that didn't leave that building. And I remember we had a meeting after, as the placing matches are going on, and guys are watching guys that they had beat, and I remember every single one of those guys, you could see it in their eyes, like, I will come back with something different. And my response to them is, okay, so what's going to change between now and then? What are we going to do between now and then? That is really what's going to be and really dictate if you're going to sit in the stands and watch on Saturday or if you're going to be wrestling on Saturday. And, as a group, we've done a hell of a job. Been very, very pleased with the work that's been done from spring, summer, fall. And now I don't want to pat these guys on the back too much because I don't want them to, oh, yeah, we're there. We're not there. And the thing is, I don't think we'll ever be there, especially when we're trying to become the best version of ourselves. We're trying to get the most out of these guys. There's always going to be another level to it. The great thing is right now is we have some team leaders they're leading the charge. You got a guy like Parker, who got third last year as a freshman. You guys got to remember, he lost his wrestle-off match. He lost his wrestle-off match, and he didn't blink. He didn't flinch. He went back to work. And from day one, that guy to me has been the blueprint of here's what you do. You do a little bit more each day, and then you do a little bit more each day, and then you stack it each day up on top of each other, and you keep stacking those up, and then all of a sudden guys are like, well, where'd this guy come from? Like, dude, he's been here the whole time. And we knew that from the start, but man, just seeing it, and then you start seeing other guys that, okay, man, I'm going to take that torch, so to speak, and I'm going to raise it higher. And that's what he's doing. That's what him and Yant, we got our 2 captains. Those are our 2 captains. They're 2 captains for a reason, because of how they live, how they train, how they go about their work every day, not once in a while and when they feel like it, it's every day. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make a difference in these guys' lives. We're trying to get them that whatever they take through the sport, they're going to be able to take it and use it beyond. But we have a limited time in we have a limited time for these guys to reach some of these goals that they have. And, Saturday we had a captain-led practice, and I know they got together and they put some goals on paper. They have some things that they want to do as a group. And now my job is to hold them accountable to that. And so that means that the standard is set really high, incredibly high. And they've raised the standard, and that, to me, that excites me as a coach. So, everyone's going to want to, hey, well, what about this guy, and what about the lineup? I don't know right now. We got a couple opens to start to lead us off, and that'll really kind of dictate our lineup going into the Missouri and Virginia Tech, and then those collegiate duels and those things. But to say I'm not excited about the amount of work that guys have put in and the purposeful, focused work that guys have put in, man, it's as good as I've had since I've been here. So that's exciting, but even as good as it's been, it can always be better. And, we're going to see it when we compete. Our guys are prepared and ready. And, we still got a few weeks. And, I kind of went back to last year, and the thing that we learned last year is that I think a little bit more training time is a good thing. I think starting our season a little bit later is not a bad thing. We're not starting until the 3rd week in November, and some teams start right away. And to me, I'm gonna push it back a little bit. Get these guys really, to me, more chomping at the bit, excited. They're watching other guys wrestling, like, Coach, I can't wait to wrestle. And that's the way I want them, where they cannot wait, because that's kind of where we were last year. We got to January and we got to compete for the first time, and guys were like, Coach, man, I just couldn't wait to compete. And so we got to be able to keep that. There were some things that were taken away, and I won't let our guys ever forget that. And they just got to be grateful for each opportunity they get, man. And as I sit and watch these guys, and I look at those guys over there, excited to lead these guys into battle. And the great thing is I know I got a coaching staff right beside me. I know I got that group of guys in front of me, and they're like kind of wild dogs, ready to run. But I got to kind of hold them back because it's not quite time. But I'm excited about where we're at. And I mentioned a few guys. I mean, Parker's obviously, he's a guy that's easy to to mention, and not because of how he placed last year. I think it's our first freshman that's got third, since like the 50s. So to me now that sets up the next freshman. Not that it's going to be easier, but that, hey, you can do it. We had a national champion finally, and now these guys are like, heck, I'm going to be the next guy. They saw how it was done, the blueprint's there. And now it's following the blueprint even when you don't feel like it, even when it's not right in front of you. You have faith and trust in those things that coach is telling you. And I know we do as a group, and we're just going to continue to build that deeper and deeper. And the kind of any time, any place, anywhere, anybody, yeah, we will wrestle anybody. We look forward to it. I mean, we're going down to some duels because there's some teams that we hope we get a chance to wrestle down there. And we'll keep chasing people around. And our job is just to be ready and prepared and score more points at the national tournament, the Big 12 tournament. And I know we'll have our guys ready. And like I said, I'm excited, and more than anything, I'm excited for you guys to be able to talk with these guys. And get to see their personality and see who they are and see what they add to this team, man, because we got 35 guys that are all pulling in one direction, and that's a really powerful thing. So, I guess any questions?
How cool is it to be having this